Hey everybody, we are going to do the full mobility routine, preventative mobility for your whole body. And all this is rotations of each of your joints to their outer limits of motion, done with tension and control, slowly and controlled. So I want you to be going nice and slow, 1 mile per hour kind of pace. Follow along with me. You're going to take a breath in, trap the air in your lower abdomen, and then we start doing our CARs, controlled articular rotations. So to start, we're going to take that breath. We're going to trap the air in our lower abdomen, which just allows us to breathe shallow. And then we're going to do our neck first. I like to cross my arms, so I'm going to cross nice and tight here and just hold tight here. My legs are going to hold tight, my arms are going to hold tight. I'm going to take that breath. Trap the air in my lower abdomen. I'm going to tuck my chin, rotate, side bend your ear, head coming back over to the other side, side bend the ear, down, and tucking through. Head up, second rep, tuck the chin, rotate to the right, side bend your ear, head going back, your end range over to the other side, side bend the ear, tuck around and down. We're doing 1 rep one way, 1 rep the other way on every joint. Into our upper back or spine. Again, nice and tight here. So cross those arms. I'm gonna tuck and squeeze my bum right underneath. We're gonna then curl our body down. We're gonna rotate to the left. Side bend to the left, legs tight, bum tight, coming back, slow control, arching through. Remember, slow pace. Over to the right hand side, dropping the shoulder, coming around, don't let those hips sway, and back up. I'll show you from the side for the second rep. We're gonna curl down, rotate to the right, side bend, dropping that shoulder, extending, don't let those hips sway, keep the bum tucked, over to the other side, really slow, maintain this tension, left shoulder down, rotate around to the front, and up. Going into our shoulders, I'm gonna take my left arm, drop underneath my ribs here, my other arm is gonna come across here, and I'm gonna go into a fencer stance. You can stay standing tall, but I quite like this. Palm up, we're gonna cross our body, coming up all the way to what our end range of flexion is up here. Then when we hit that block free, start to rotate. Thumb turns outward as we reach, and rotate back. Trying to draw the biggest circle we can. And our hand faces here. Reverse, so go back to your end range, then open the palm up towards the ceiling as you pull back around, reversing back the same way you came. And down. Rep 2. Same thing. Lifting up. As we get to that top there, rotate. Thumb reaching back, trying to make the big circle. And around, back of your hand on your thigh. Reverse. Coming up. Palm up towards the ceiling as we palm back and through. Round and down. Left arm, cross the arm. I'm gonna come here, coming across, lifting up. As we reach that roadblock, thumb reaches and rotates out as it reaches back to find the end range of motion. Reverse, slowly, control, palm opening up towards the ceiling as I pull the shoulder into the socket, back in across the body, and down. Rep 2, to show you from the back. Palm up as you reach the top there. Rotate, reach that hand as your thumb keeps reaching, coming around the back of your thigh. Reverse. Coming back, we're maintaining this 30-40% tension. Coming around, don't let your body cheat. And down. Shoulder blades. I like to do this one at the same time. We're going straight ahead, out to 30 degrees. And we're going to pull those shoulder blades. I'm going to come in a little closer actually. Pull those shoulder blades back, lift up, reach them forward, drop them down. Pull them back, lift up, reach forward and freeze. Then we're gonna go back, staying high, pull back, drop them down. Forward, up, pull back, keeping your arms tight and straight. Good. Into our elbows, palms in. So pin those elbows to your side. We're going to then have our palms up and we're going to reach them, bending the elbows up towards you. Rotate the hands in, reach the thumbs towards each other. Coming down, open the palms up, coming up, freeze and reverse. Going down, palms coming back in as you come back up. Open the palms, reaching down. Good. Elbow. Wrist, sorry. We're gonna go into here. I'm gonna be extending in as I come and I reach hand, fingers flat. Don't let the cheating happen. All the way down. Good, freeze and reverse. Coming back. Make sure you go slow enough, not fast those areas where it's a little bit difficult. To your end ranges, pushing those end ranges of motion. Good. Same thing on the other side. Extending, coming in, up. Don't let your body cheat. Don't let your arm cheat. Extending and reverse, freeze. Coming back up. Good. Extending down to your end ranges of motion. Perfect. Next up, hips. I'm gonna grab 2 poles. You guys can just hold the wall. That is completely fine. This is just so you guys can see. I'm gonna move over a tiny bit. So I'm gonna do my right leg first. I want my left leg, stance leg is really tight. So this one is nice and stable and we're not moving. We're going to lift the knee up with the foot up like this. This is as much external rotation as we can handle to your peak. Then we're gonna open the hip. We reach our end range. We then lift the foot. And then we're gonna reach back like we're coming down a ski slope, going around and through. Just gonna move slightly forward. Good. Foot goes back, back, open the hip, come back up the ski slope. See how the rest of my body is not compensating or moving? And tap down in front. So everything is tight, just my right hip is moving. We're gonna up into external rotation and adduction, then we're opening the hip and we reach that end range, lift, keep that left leg tight, back, down the slope as you come around and through, reverse, foot back, open the hip, up, 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 up the slope, coming around and down. Show you from the side. Left leg, same thing. Take a breath in, right leg is tight, hold that area in your abdomen, come across and lift up, opening the hip, and then lift. This is where we go down the slope and around, bringing your knee back into your other side. Foot goes back, open the hip, up the slope, bring it across as high as you can towards your armpit, tap down in front. Last rep, take a breath. Lifting up, opening, lift the foot, keep the knee and foot high down the slope, coming around, reverse, coming back, opening, lifting, around, and tap down. We're gonna do something called Pelvic CARs. This is from Josh Halbert. And we are gonna be squatting. So I want about 30-degree bend in the knees. We're gonna pop our hands in our hips, and first we're gonna just tilt our pelvis forward, making arch in our back, and then tilt it back, flattening out our spine. So tilting forward, tilting back, tilting forward, tilting back. Done with our CARs, control and tension. All the way back, all the way forward. Couple more reps there. Back and forward. We're now gonna hike the hips. So my right hip's coming up, legs are staying relatively tight, so keep the bend you have in your knees. So it should be coming from the hips, go slowly and controlled all the way up, and all the way down. We're now gonna connect these. So I want you to tuck forward, tuck back, hike the left hip, and tuck forward, keeping that forward, other hip. Tuck back, coming around. So it's like a bit of a Shakira hips. And we're gonna reverse freeze, coming back around. To start with, this up, back, right hip up. This might be quite hard. You can stick to the forward and back and side to start until you feel like you're able to connect. Good. Into our knees and our ankles, and we're done. So knees, I'm gonna do standing. You guys can sit down. We're gonna grab that, tuck it in, turn your foot out, straightening the leg, rotate the foot in, bend it back in. Turn the foot out, straightening the leg, rotate in, coming in, reverse. Out, turn out, pull in, foot in, straighten the leg, rotate out. Go right into the ankle. Trying to create the biggest circle we can, slow, controlled, freeze, and reverse. That's it, perfect. Other side. Foot out, toes up, straightening leg, rotate the toes in, bending. Rotate out, straighten the leg, freeze, and come back in. Rotate in, straighten the leg, rotate out, bend, rotate in. Right into the ankle. Trying to draw the biggest circle, coming all the way towards you, all the way out, all the way down, and in. Freeze and reverse. All the way out, up, slow control, 1 mile per hour. Perfect. That's our CARs with neck, shoulders, elbows, wrists, spine, hips, pelvis, knees, and ankles. Your CARs preventative mobility routine.